Hi everyone. I wanted to do a little bit more playing in my Joyful Junk journal today, and so I put a few things in and I marked them with all these little sticky notes, and I thought I would just go ahead and add them in. You remember I did this page with the little bird in the hat, and which goes along with the poem about being yourself in a world that expects you to be someone else. And so I really like her and the way she goes along with that. And I'm going to add this little arrow that is stamped on tissue paper. I'm going to add it to this tag so that it points to her, because I thought that would be kind of cute. So I'm just getting my water brush here to tear this out. And I'll glue it down. So much easier to do this when you wet it. And then the uneven edge blends into your page a whole lot better. So let me get I'm just using some decoupage medium. You can use watered down glue, you can use matte medium, Mod Podge, whatever you want to adhere your tissue papers. To dry my brush. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this on the page, a good amount too, to make that image disappear well, to make the tissue paper disappear well, I should say. There we go. And stick that down just like that. And it'll dry clear, the Collage, decoupage, whatever it is. It'll dry clear. So that's a fun way to add a stamped image when you don't want to stamp directly on a page in a book. Okay, so the next page that I have a little something to add is this one. And this is an image. It's a scanned image of a little canvas that I painted back in 2013, I think. And I thought it would look really sweet next to this page. All the colors kind of work together, and it's pretty. I decided to add it. I love the colors on it. So I'm going to add it to that page. I might add a little washi tape here and there later, come back in and decorate it some more. I have a feeling I will. But for now, I just want to get the images, a few images, more images on the pages, and I think that one looks really nice there. It's fun to make use of your art that maybe you don't have displayed. Like this was a canvas that I sold, and so it's fun to be able to enjoy stuff that you've already created, especially if you don't have it any longer. So it's a good way to do it. And it's a nice thing to use to fill your books, your little journals. Okay, the next one is over here. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, this is another piece of art that I did back in 2016. And this was using that alcohol dripping technique, and then I made all the places where I dripped into little bubbles. So I painted the little girl in that's blowing bubbles outside, and I loved it. And I sold this one too, so I don't have it anymore to enjoy, so this way I can enjoy it. I thought it would look sweet next to the tag with all the red on it, since she's wearing a little red dress. And just stick that in here. like that. I love it. Okay, next we have one of the bags. Okay, let's see. This is another piece of art. I know this seems really a lot of my art, but I just went to my to my computer and grabbed a few images to put in the book because I want to add this color, I want to add this art, I want to add these fun memories I have of creating these pieces. So I'm going to attach that to the bag there. Alright, so I'm going to attach this here. I think I'm going to attach to this edge over here. It's a tiny bit short, but it's okay. It's going to be fine. I'll leave that jaggedy bag edge there. I kind of like that. Alright, fits in there pretty good. And that looks sweet, and I loved it with the orange and the orange over here and the blues. I just felt like it went really well, you know, as a start for creating this area here. Okay, and then over here I have, you guys remember I created this one last time, adding the little letters. And I did come back and doodle around the words that I put up here. And they show up a lot better now. And then I don't really have an idea yet of what I want to do on these pages. I want to create something, I'm just not sure what. But I did want to attach this little piece that came off of a napkin. You guys may have seen them before. This is from Moe's Southwest Grill. Anybody that has a Moe's in their area. This was on the napkin here. And it says you can make art out of anything, and I love that. And I thought it was especially cool because it was on a napkin, and y'all know how much we use napkins. And so since it was a napkin, I went ahead and glued it down to a piece of printer paper, and I'm going to just attach it right here along the edge of this page. Because it's just too cute to not use. And it's so true. It's what we do. We make art out of anything and everything. So there was no way I was not going to have that in my junk journal. And just stick it in here. Like that. Just fun. It's just fun to go through and add little bits and pieces here and there. Like this book won't be finished for quite some time, because I will continually, I'm sure, just keep adding little bits into it, you know. Okay, so there's something on each side of this page, so I need to remember what everything is here. So I'm going to there we go, trying to grab it all. Okay, I'm going to lay this aside for a second. That goes on the back. On this side is another one of my mixed media pieces. You guys might remember the video where I created this. That was so fun. This was no plan in mind or anything. This one just happened, and it was so cool. And I was just testing out some ink sprays, and it just happened. So I really like the way that looks here on this little ledger paper. So I'm going to put that here, and I think it's time for me to get a clip out to clip these pages to hold them in, hold them still. Okay. I will try to remember to link these videos that I mentioned where I created some of these things. I don't have them all in videos, but I do have some of them. And I will probably put a little iCard up in the corner up here when I have one that goes with one of these little art pieces that I'm using today. And that way you can check it out and see how I created it if you haven't seen it already. I'm going to just put it kind of right in the middle. There we go. Okay, and then on the back of this same sheet, I have a piece of, I want to make this a little bit sturdier because it is just a piece of ledger paper. And I have this piece of, I think this was mixed media paper. And I had done a little bit of like a wax resist on it, just playing one day. And so you can kind of see here where the wax resisted the watercolor paint that I put on it. Can't see it as much in the yellow. Of course, yellow is a lighter color, but you can see a little bit more of it down here on the pink. just a little bit there. But anyway, I thought I would add that to this page and make it sturdier, because I'm going to add a little tag to that. And so I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a heavier tape to hold this in, because it's a thicker piece of paper. So I'm going to just put some of this double-sided tape on here to hold this heavy paper down. Okay. I have a sweet little tag that my granddaughter made for me for Mother's Day. And she made a whole set of these for me and mailed them to me. And I was so surprised and pleased. She is just a sweetheart. And so I wanted to, I told her I'm going to be using these little tags in my journal. She did some watercolor on them, and she created the little tassel and everything. I just love it. She signed the back. I think that's just precious. So I want to put it on here, but I want to use a brad. I don't want to glue it down because I want to keep, you know, where her signature's on the back and everything. So I've got a little brad that I'm going to put through here and attach it to this colorful page, and then I'll be able to, you know, swing it around and be able to look at it and view it that way. So I'm just going to poke a little hole in it. Right about where I want it. Let's see, it's going to poke into my picture. If I do it there, I might need to move it out a little bit. Yeah, that'll be all right, I think. Let's see. Maybe I'll go towards the top, and then I'll put something on the back to cover up the prongs of the brad. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just put it right here. Yep, that'll be perfect. All right. Put the tag here. And found this flower brad, which is perfect because it's a little bit bigger than the hole, so it won't pull through. So I think that's good. And bend the prongs back, and then I'll attach something cute over here to cover that. Oh, I love it. So cute. So cute. Okay, now I have one more page to add something to. So this is another one of the bags, and I had gotten an image off of that pixabay.com site. I love this bowl, and I thought how cute that would be on here. Just love it. And then I remembered I had cut out some birds, and I'm going to perch that little bird on the bowl. Isn't that cute? I love it. So I've got to bend my page here because I'll have to trim a little bit off of this side. So I'm going to just bend it and run my fingernail right along the edge so I get a good crease there. And then I'm going to just trim it off. Okay, right there. Alright, so that's going to go here. I may just put it all the way up to the top, and then I'll be able to add something at the bottom later. Oops, okay, there we go. Right, now I'm going to add my little bird. Now his tail is going to stick out just a little bit, but it works out really good because this is a short page, so it won't go past the other pages and get damaged too badly. I'm actually thinking I might want to strengthen that just a little bit, maybe with a piece of cardstock. There we go. Now that's a little sturdier. And I won't be putting any of the tape runner there. Yep, perfect. That is so cute. Y'all know I'm going to put lots of birds in my books, right? Love me some birdies. Okay, so see the book pretty much covers all of the bird there. A tiny bit of his tail sticks out, but I think it'll be okay. And it'll still be protected. Yeah, the loop will even kind of come up around it, I think. Okay, we're good. Okay, and then one more thing I wanted to show you before I go. There was a page that I added a little bit to last night. I had this blue bird and I wanted to put it in, and I realized that it would look really cool here where all of this blue is in this page, and so I really like how that looks. I even like how these florals, orange florals and things look over here too, because it's all blending so nicely together. But I wanted to tell you, I painted directly on the envelope. You know, I've been putting paper down to cover a lot of these things. But on this one, I painted directly on, and all I did was I put a couple of colors of green and yellow and a white out on my craft mat. And I just took a dry baby white and just kind of like sponging it on. And then once I got that done, I put a little bit of white, more white over it. And then I kind of took a wet baby wipe and kind of smeared it around because I wanted it to look kind of blurry in the background, so the bird looks nice and sharp in the foreground, and it kind of looks a little like he's, you know, up high on a tree and there's grass or foliage or whatever below him or behind him. So I think that turned out really cute, just to be paint, you know, splopped down like that with the dry tissue or baby wipe or something. So it's just a little technique you could try when you're looking for a background like that and you just want to add a little focal image. Now I may still come back and stamp a little here and there, or you know, just do something to add more to that little page, but I just love the way it is looking and the way everything is flowing. So I wanted to share that with you, since I did do that one off camera. And that's about it. I haven't really done anything else in here, and but I'm excited to continue and keep sharing this project with you. So I hope you guys will keep watching for more segments of filming in this book, and until the next video, we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.